Hello everyone, I'm Joseph Giunta, the music director and conductor of the Des Moines Symphony Academy. This concert is called Ellis Island, the New World, and all three pieces that we're playing have to do with the American immigrant experience. Peter Boyer is a living American composer and a friend of mine, and he composed Ellis Island, the Dream of America, for a large symphony orchestra, actors, and some wonderful visuals. Now the piece is about the American immigrant experience, and it depicts stories from the Ellis Island Oral History Project. The music sounds very American, and the words are real stories as told by immigrants entering our country from about 1910 to 1930. 5 stories are very respectfully told by professional actors and underscored by this great music and some really wonderful visuals. The finale is recited in unison, and it comes from the very moving words, I believe, by Emma Lazarus, the new Colossus, which is found on the base of the Statue of Liberty. I remember visiting the Statue of Liberty when I was 4 years old. Coming from New Jersey, that's what we did in those days, and it was really quite indelible in my mind. I can remember my father and mother reading those words to me, and it has stayed with me all my life. The piece not only reminds us of the welcoming spirit of our country, but it also captures the gratefulness of all the immigrants that came to start a better life here, a life that they certainly couldn't have even dreamed of in their native land. I'm very excited about conducting this work. It's an important work, and I hope you enjoy Ellis Island, the Dream of America. Now, in the early 1890s, Maestro Joseph entered Ellis Island from his native Russia. He married another immigrant. They made their home in New York, and in 1895 had a child whose name was Ira. Several years later, another child came along named George. And George and Ira, Gershwin, became 2 of the most popular songwriters and lyricists ever. On February 12, 1924, Walter Damrosch was then the conductor of the New York Symphony, the predecessor of the New York Philharmonic, and he attended a concert in New York's Aeolian Hall called An Experiment in Modern Music. Now this was a 4-hour concert, but on that program, a very young and boisterous George Gershwin played his Rhapsody in Blue. Damrosch was so taken by this performance that the very next day, he called the young George and said, "Would you write a piano concerto? You seem to have an American voice, an American sound, and I want it in a traditional sense, in a 3-movement sense, but I want a real piano concerto for symphony orchestra." So George went to work. He started orchestrating this piece, and it was brilliant orchestration. And in Carnegie Hall on December 3rd, 1925, the Concerto in F was premiered and born. The piece included indigenous jazz and dance rhythms, including the Charleston, wonderful pentatonic runs. Now, the pentatonic scale is all the black keys on the piano. Syncopation, of course, making weak beats strong and strong beats weak. And then some very exciting sounds that sound like the hustle and bustle of New Yorkers on their daily routines. Gershwin said, "This music represents the young and the enthusiastic spirit of American life," and it certainly does when you hear it. I've invited this wonderful American pianist by the name of Anne Marie McDermott, who will make her Iowa debut with us. Anne is a member of the Chamber Music Society of Lincoln Center, and she's also the artistic director of the Bravo Vail Valley Music Festival. Anne has recorded the complete works for piano and orchestra of George Gershwin, so I know she'll bring something very special and very unique to this performance. In the spring of 1893, Dvorak was commissioned by the New York Philharmonic to write a symphony, his Symphony No. 9. But Dvorak felt that he didn't know enough about America, so he decided that he would take a train with his family to a little Czech-speaking town called Spillville, Iowa. He traveled with his family by train and found open spaces, hills, valleys, and it sparked his creative juices like crazy. His time in America seemed to inspire him. The work on his 9th Symphony came quite easy to him. First theme is sort of like a fanfare, an American fanfare. The second theme sounds like Native American music to me, and then the third theme like a Czech polka. And the finale is full of old themes and new in a virtuosic and colorful way that is the expression of a man, the height of his compositional prowess. The New York Post wrote that anyone who attended the concert last night and heard Dvorak's Symphony No. 9 could not deny that it is the greatest symphonic work ever to be composed in the United States. A masterwork had been added to the symphonic literature. The authenticity that Dvorak felt for his love of America came out in writing the 2-string quartets and the New World Symphony and the cello concerto. These immigrant experiences are unlike any place in the world, and in my opinion, that's what makes America so great. This is going to be a great program, and I so look forward to seeing all of you on March 16th and 17th at the Civic Center of Greater Des Moines.